Thank you for having me. My name is Ade Adesina. Um, I was born in Nigeria, so I've been living in Aberdeen since 2008. I went to University up here as well. And my love for environment and nature is from a young age because I grew up around a lot of wildlife and thick forest in Nigeria. I was almost like on the edge of the city. So after where we live is like thick forest to get to another state. So I kind of enjoyed both living in the city and living in the kind of countryside. And when I was in high school, I was really struggling to know what I wanted to do. I think third year was really hard because I just couldn't find that transition of what I knew from Nigeria and what I wanted to make here. So I just kind of went back to memory lane and started thinking about what were my interests when I was growing up? What were the things I was really interested in and that really because I painted as well in Nigeria. I did a lot of painting, oil paint, watercolor, acrylic. So I just went back to those painting and I kind of found out that I was most of the things I painted were like squirrels and elephants and like wildlife. So I picked it up from there and just started making commentaries about our world, our planet, and deforestation. One of my biggest inspiration is Sir David Attenborough. Um, he's been everywhere around the world. He's made commentary about almost every living thing. So I think I saw all his documentaries and listening to a lot of like podcasts and so this piece came from one of Sir David Attenborough's trip to Madagascar. Um, and he went back to talk about an extinct bird. Is it Dodo? Yeah. And so we went back and we had the actual egg and we spoke about this existence and why they were kind of why they killed them off basically. The Highlanders killed them off by hunting over hunting. So that this was I was just really inspired by that documentary, especially being Africa, and I wasn't really exposed to that part of Africa like South Africa. So and growing up in Nigeria, there was a lot of these similar trees. They were called Iroko or Araba tree. There was a lot of them. And imagine as a young child being around something like that. They were almost intimidating, scary, and they take over the landscape wherever they are. But by the time I was 18, most of them were gone due to like deforestation, wildfires, development, and making this piece, I just wanted to kind of make a visual communication for everyone to see what they would have probably looked like if we're not interfering with them. And it's a way of keeping them alive as well. I've made it my mission to always make sure any work I make, there's something about environment. There's reference to environment. I've made over 100 prints, I think, and there's not a single one of them that some of them are specifically just talking about environment, or some of them got reference to something going on, either deforestation, flood, melting ice, name it. I've just made it my mission to make sure I always make commentaries about that. And I got a big show next year in Edinburgh, which will be my biggest show in Edinburgh, and that's the team as well to make sure that everyone that go to the show kind of think about what we're doing to our planet and how we can improve it. What scares me the most of recent is that 15 years ago, there was a lot of talk about environment. But in the last 5 years, it's almost like the government don't care anymore. It's actually in the political debate now. Like people are willing to vote for people that don't care about environment. I'm moaning about wind turbines and solar panels and So it's actually a really, really scary time. And I think we all have a duty to make sure people don't forget and to always make commentaries about it and talk about it. Thank you.